Hey everyone, Scott here to finally discuss, after 2 years, Top Gun Maverick, starring Tom Cruise, Jennifer Connelly, Miles Teller, John Hamm, Ed Harris, and Val Kilmer, directed by Joseph Kosinski. Now, before I get into this, I did say it was 2 years, no thanks to COVID, that it was supposed to come out 2 years ago, and was it the wait worth it? We'll get into it. But overall, I did see the movie twice. Once in IMAX, once in a regular showing. And I'll see it again after this just to spoil my review. Let's just get into it and you'll see what I mean. We open just like the first film, where the piece of information by words on how the school called Top Gun succeeded on their previous missions. And we see some planes taking off, like the Michael Bay shot, with Danger Zone playing in the background, which is an awesome way to open this movie, in my opinion. In Mojave Desert, California, Captain Pete Mitchell, aka Maverick, returned by Tom Cruise, is about to be grounded at his company of flying planes by Admiral Chester Kane, aka Hammer, played by Ed Harris, until Maverick flies his plane to Dock 10 over Hammer's head to the sky at a speed rank of 10, and as he reaches that goal, he lands at a town where he asks where he's at, and some kid says Earth, which was pretty funny, while Maverick drinks some water, and that scene is hysterical. And I'm going to just say up front, guys, when I saw this on IMAX, a lot of people were cheering versus laughing versus clapping. It was a big crowd they were getting into the movie and were big fans of the original. And he gets chewed out by Hammer, but is ordered to send Maverick to Top Gun in North Island in San Diego. And for what little he does in this movie, Ed Harris plays a good, typical a-hole, as I can relate to Maverick as the main character. Maverick arrives at Top Gun and talks with Admirals Bo Simpson, aka Cyclone, played by John Hamm, who seems charming in other movies, but here, not so much, as he's another a-hole, and Solomon Bates, aka Warlock, played as they ask Maverick to teach a group of kids, who I'll get to in a minute, as he was asked to teach Top Gun for the Navy by Admiral Tom Kosinski, aka Iceman, returned by Val Kilmer. Even though he only did it didn't last too long from what he said in dialogue, but it wasn't Cyclone's idea, as he reluctantly agrees, and I'd like to dislike John Hamm's character in this movie, although the guy has some charming presence in other movies. Maverick is in a bar as he sees the owner, Penny Benjamin, who's played by Jennifer Connelly, as he buys everyone a round of beers, and we also meet Phoenix, Bob, Payback, Fanboy, Hangman, Coyote, and Goose's son, Lieutenant Bradley Bradshaw, aka Rooster, played by Miles Teller, as they're all really likable characters, and Rooster comes off like a dick for the first half of the movie. The shots are, but he'll get there later as he grows on me. And the shots are tremendous, particularly when we get into the sky later in the movie, while Maverick gets thrown out of the bar, and he sees Rooster as he gets depressed about Goose, as he thinks about his death, but there are more reasons why he can't help but feel depressed in the film, as I feel bad for Maverick at this point in the movie. We get Maverick teaching the new candidates on who gets to lead the team, as Maverick teaches them how to dogfight in the air, and the scenes in the air are shot spectacularly, and if they get shot down before Maverick, they do 200 push-ups, and the training montage is a hell of a lot of fun to watch, and at the same time, is pretty funny. Maverick and Rooster tries to get Maverick while they go in circles and gets shot by Maverick, and he gets pissed while Phoenix asks what happened between Rooster and Maverick, as he says Maverick has pulled his flying application back 4 years. As this is entertaining me for the first half of the movie, Maverick goes to the bar to pay back the tab he made with Penny, and sees her daughter Amelia is all grown up, as he goes sailing with Penny, and their chemistry is beautiful to watch while they're together. And forget Kelly McGillis, this is the couple that that is magic chemistry. Maverick trains them on the mission, as some of them try to hit the targets and go up before they pass out and crash land the ship. And he does bring up something that is realistic in a dangerous way later in the film, and that is if you go up to the sky in the plane, you will have a hard time breathing and you'll maybe pass out. And Hangman comes off like an a-hole to Rooster, as he knows about him, and Maverick. And Hangman is a character I just do not like, as he comes off like a jackass. Maverick goes to Iceman's house because he talks with him about work, and that is a beautiful scene and acted by Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer. Despite it sounds like it's been a while since Val Kilmer has last talked, but it's a wonderful performance by Mr. Kilmer and Tom Cruise, doing a great job with this performance, as he's afraid to lose Rooster like he lost Goose, which is heartbreaking, but is a wonderful scene for dramatic reasons. Maverick gets the team to dogfight while playing football at the beach, which is something Cyclone doesn't approve, but he lets it go anyways, and the shots were amazing, as it felt like the first movie in 1986. Maverick goes to Penny's place as they kiss until Amelia comes home and he jumps out the window, and she says to him, and as she sees him, and says, "Don't break her heart again," and which makes perfect sense if your mother and father come back to marriage again. And luckily he won't by the end of the movie, spoiler alert. The team has 1 week to succeed on the mission, as they deliver 2 miracles. As one miracle blows up one place, and another miracle is blowing up another spot. And both should not miss it, as it's super important to not miss it, as he brings up the oxygen going up, which is super realistic, as Coyote briefly faints and he eventually wakes up and makes it out and flies the plane, as they get a bird strike, and it ends with Phoenix and Bob ejecting out of the plane safely, and it makes realistic sense. Rooster and Maverick have a talk about why Maverick pulled this application, as he wasn't ready to throw the training book away. And the next thing you know, we learn Iceman tragically dies off screen, as Maverick, Penny, and others go to the funeral, and Cyclone grounds Maverick permanently and acts like a real a-hole about it, as when I saw it on IMAX, one of the audience members next to me said, "What an a-hole." Or, I mean, he said it the other way around, but excuse me for saying that. And Penny advises to have Maverick disobey a direct order, and he does in the next scene, as he flies in to show how to blow up the 2 subjects in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And it's actually Tom Cruise flying the jet while in the air scenes, as he does it here throughout the movie. And it's amazing how he can do it, as he doesn't need just a stunt double to do any of his stunts. So he hits the target successfully, as Cyclone makes Maverick team leader on the mission and tells Penny about it, as well as going to fly in foreign country with some others, as he picks Rooster as his wingman, and he picks his team to fight with them, who happens to be Phoenix, Bob, Payback, and Fanboy, as they get ready for the mission. And as they're getting ready to fly, Rooster wants to tell Maverick something, as Maverick says save it until we get back. And Rooster grows on me as a character in the second half of the movie, as there were times the movie was doing the same scenes as the original movie, but I didn't mind it, as this is so far a fun and much better movie than the original, in my opinion. They take off to a foreign country, as I thought was Russia, but I could be wrong, and as they arrive, 2 planes go forward fast and 2 planes go forward slowly, and a couple of bandits come a minute behind them as they fly in the snow, and they drop the first 2 missiles, as Miracle 1 is successful, and Rooster gets another couple missiles shot out, as Miracle 2 got the mountain exploding, as they get to the hell out of there. And the sound design and sound editing works super great, especially if you guys go to the biggest screen possible, which I highly recommend, whether I like the movie or not, I'll say. But so far I am. Rooster can't shake 2 missiles going after him, as Maverick saves his life, and Rooster wants to go down and save them, but Cyclone tells them not to go back for Maverick. But like Maverick, Rooster goes after Maverick to save his life, while he wakes up and almost gets himself killed, until Rooster saves his life, but is shot down. And Maverick gets to Rooster and asks him what the hell was he thinking. As he responds, he told him not to think, but forgive each other rather quickly, and go behind enemy lines to get a museum-looking plane called an F-14 to see if it flies, and they learn it does fly. And this is the point in the movie it gets pretty intense, and I'm digging it. Maverick and Rooster begin to fly the F-14, and as they get to the sky, Rooster turns off his tracker as they try to get the radio going, and two bandits come towards them, and Maverick shoots at one of the bandits, and the other goes after them and gets the other one down with 33 shots left. This chase is spectacular to watch on screen, as Rooster eventually gets the radio as they're almost shot down, and some bison bandit I should say, until Hangman saves their lives and gets them back on deck by landing it roughly, and they're both alive, and Rooster tells Maverick, "Thank you for saving my life," which is an honorable thing to do. Maverick is back at his shop with Rooster, helping him out and getting an unexpected visitor who happens to be Penny to take flying. And the Lady Gaga song is a good song, as the climax is absolutely spectacular as this entire movie. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 8.5 out of 10. The scenes in the air are a hell of a lot of fun, and it's great to see Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer on the screen together, as it brought back memories of the first movie. The chemistry between Tom Cruise and Jennifer Connelly is just beautiful to watch. Forget Kelly McGillis, Jennifer Connelly works better, as some of the characters comes off like a-holes like Cyclone and Hangman, and Rooster at first in the first half, but grew on me at the end when I got to the second half of the movie. But at the end, Rooster does earn respect in the original, as some scenes are at times like the original, which I didn't mind because this movie is a lot more fun and better than the original movie in my opinion. The air scenes are spectacular to watch, as this is a fun, entertaining, fast-paced ride for 2 hours and 11 minutes. And this is not the failure that was Joseph Kosinski's Tron Legacy and Oblivion, another Tom Cruise movie. If you see this movie, see it in the biggest screen possible. I highly recommend that for anyone. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining me for this Top Gun retrospective. And until then, talk to me, Goose.